Are you guilty of sabotaging yourself whenever things start to get really good for you? Hey, how are you doing? It's Otaosese and welcome to my web series. For a long time, I was guilty of sabotaging myself whenever I hit my self-imposed success limits. Self-sabotaging resistance is something that so many of us struggle with and we don't even know it. This is what holds us back once we're moving beyond our comfort zone. For me, I faced this resistance again recently when it was clear that I wanted to change the direction of my life. The path I was on was feeling toxic, and I knew that to move forward with my life, I had to make a big change. As I went through the process of pondering, planning, and then the almost paralyzing pain of saying the words, "I don't want to head in this direction anymore," I felt myself leaping out of my comfort zone. Then I started doubting my decision big time. I began thinking of all the reasons to work harder to remain on the same path, and all the ways I was going to hurt other people's feelings with my actions if I took a different path. I started resisting my instincts by imagining how I could fix everything, do more, settle for my current situation, and deal with the stagnation I was experiencing. By now, I was in full-on resistance mode, and the decision to take a different path was way out of my small, stable, and secure comfort zone. This lasted for a short while until I started having massive anxiety and panic attacks. I felt myself leaping out of my comfort zone again, but this time it was not as painful, and I had to figure out quickly how to fly without wings. I realized that my self-sabotaging resistance was simply my response to the feeling of fear and uncertainty. So I knew I had to master those feelings and move forward anyway. And I did. I took the big leap in the direction leading to my goals, dreams, and desires, despite my fear of uncertainty. But barely 3 months after, I felt so frightened and sick. I thought I would fail, even though I had people commending me for being so bold. Thanks to God, I eventually got out of that slump. And while I now feel amazing, I learned a huge lesson. I learned that I need to listen to my intuition, and if it leads me, put myself out there even when I'm afraid. Because the honest truth is, I needed to make that big leap, and it would have been selfish and silly of me to not have leaped. Everyone can't take a big leap at the moment, I know that. But embracing the idea that most of the things you think are certain are not can change everything for you. I was willing to take the risk of uncertainty for the possibilities of a more meaningful life. And the excitement of the possibilities far outweighed the fear of uncertainty. So for me, when I think I've gone beyond my self-imposed limits, I tend to get anxiety and panic attacks. For you, it could be creating a series of unpleasant thoughts to deflate yourself, or it could be exhibiting other resistant behaviors. For some people, it could be breaking their relationships by starting unnecessary arguments. They start fights or try to leave every single time things begin to go really well. The main problem is, most of us have little tolerance for feeling good. And when things start to go really well for us in our lives and go beyond our self-imposed limits, we create thoughts and behave in ways that make us sabotage ourselves and end up feeling bad. I found that reminding myself that the anxiety is just a normal part of the process helps me breathe and take the immediate next step. It also helps me to break that step into tiny steps and just take things one at a time while letting go of any possible resistance. Now, here are 2 steps you can take to start tearing through your self-sabotaging resistance and fire up the next levels you crave for. The first step is to allow yourself to practice awareness in your ordinary everyday life. Be curious about your reactions when you feel you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Pay attention to your thoughts and your behaviors right after you get a big breakthrough. And pay attention to what you feel as the excitement wears off. Be on the lookout for your habitual thought patterns that may sabotage you. The second thing to do is take action. Practice self-compassion and quickly get back to the thoughts, dreams, beliefs, and actions that brought about the good stuff in the first place. New blessings won't come if you're desperately holding on to the familiar. The new blessings are on the other side of fear. Feel the fear, acknowledge it, and move through it. Once you get past your self-sabotaging resistance, you experience so many new blessings and a lot of growth. Here's the thing, you'll have to keep repeating this process every time you hit your self-imposed limits. The good news is you will master it with practice. The more you practice, the easier it will get for you, and the more momentum you will gain. And anytime you notice your self-sabotaging patterns showing up, tell yourself, not today, I'm in charge. And that's what I have for you for today. I really hope you found it useful. Now, my question for you is, how do you eliminate your own self-sabotaging resistance? And do you have any experience to share on today's topic? As usual, to get more insights and ideas from me, head over to Otaosese.com and you can leave a comment for me there. And if you like this video, do subscribe to this channel, and I would appreciate it if you shared this video with your friends and loved ones. Be mindful and stay grateful. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.